Hello, my name is C, and today I have an unboxing for you from DiamondArtClub. I am so excited to actually crack into these finally. They are so pretty. Oh, this is one that I bought on a restock. I was going to get it when it first happened, and then it sold out on me, so I had to wait for a restock, and then it kept selling out of me. But I'm happy I finally have this one. So we are going to do a full unboxing of one of these kits, and then a briefer look at the other one. So, and by that I just mean a quick peek at the canvas, the specials, and see where all that goes. So let's jump right on into this. Alright, so first up is Hades and Persephone by Mrs. Butter D. We see it's 55.6 by 78.7. There's that artwork on the front. And it wraps around. We have all the color information on the side here. On the back, how it works, kit contents, and any warnings. And then the bottom, that same information. Alright, let's take a peek inside. Okay. So in our toolkit, we have a bag of baggies. You can use these to cut up into store any extras, whatever you wish. Usually there's not enough for a full kit up, but it's a good start. We have our twist and pick pen, so this is loaded with putty. Twist this part, it comes out the end there. And a spot for multi-placer. This one's a 4. Our tray. Whoops. We have a 7 placer, that usual pink heart wax, and some extra putty for that pen. And then of course the tray and stopper. Okay. Next up, we have our little thank you pamphlet here. So inside, we have tips and tricks, how to use that pen, step-by-step instructions, QR codes for the app there. First time you get 20% off. I also have a discount code in the description if you choose to use that. Kit contents, and then the Facebook group. Great place for seeing people work on kits, ask questions, whatever. We also get a trading card. So this is newer-ish. DiamondArtClub has been adding these fun little collectibles in there. There's 4 different tiers: bronze, silver, gold, and black. Collect enough of each tier and you could redeem them for rewards like gift cards or a custom. This one's silver. And then we have our sticker sheet. So you have the name of the kit, the artist there, and then on the back you have a full look at that artwork, the color count, the size, the shape, all that information there. It's a very, very pretty kit. Sorry, it's winter, full spring, which means I am out of sunlight by 7:30 or 7:30, 4:30. Here is our colors. Very pretty spread. We have 1 metallic and 3 fairy dusts. Oh, there's ABs in here too. Ooh, this one has the older style of numberings there. I'm like, I thought this had ABs. I guess I'm used to the new numbers. Okay. So, there's the bottom. I love how much color blocking Miss Butter D, I don't know, Miss Butter? I love how much color blocking is in these pieces. I can already see a good portion. Look at the difference in the sizes of their hands. I'm not gonna make my joke. There's the top of the kit. Oh, their faces look so well done. Oh, I love that. Okay, hold on. Poor glue kits, this is a-okay to do. It won't do any damage. And it's not needed for DiamondArtClub kits. It just helps speeds along the process a little bit so we can get a better look at this. There we go. Okay. I love this. Again, this is one that I didn't get on the original drop. I got it on a restock. Oh, and I'm so happy I picked it up. It's so pretty. Okay, let's take a look at the canvas up here. On our canvas, we have Do What Makes You Sparkle, Diamondart Club right at the top, Legend, top left, bottom right here, and then at the very bottom of the kit, we have a thumbnail of that original artwork, the SKU name of the kit, size, and copyright. So Diamondart Club legally licenses all of their kits. It just means the artist gave permission and is being fairly compensated for the use of their work. We have another discount code in the center here, their socials, and the lifetime warranty. So if anything's wrong with your kit, missing colors, ran out of a color, whatever, Diamondart Club will get you sorted. Okay, I mentioned confetti versus color blocking, and I'm going to zoom in real quick to show you what I actually mean. So, color blocking is when you have a large patch of the same color in an area compared to confetti where you have a bunch of colors in another area. So pretty self-explanatory, straightforward. We'll go straightforward. Anyways, yeah, this kit definitely has a lot more color blocking. I mean, there's some confetti in like the transitions back here, but it's really not bad, and like their hair. But yeah, okay, let's take a peek at these diamonds. So here is our colors. On the front here, we have a little sticker with the SKU and the name of the kit, so if you store things separately, you can easily match it back up. They're pretty. Okay. I was trying to make it stop bouncing. That didn't work. Okay. I typically do not read out the DMCs, but I will pause once we get to any sort of specials. Ooh, look at that pretty yellow. So, we've reached our first special. This is Z3865. It is a white fairy dust. So fairy dust just means it has a light mica powder brushed onto the top of it, which gives it a gentle, like, silvery sheen. They're very pretty. White is probably the hardest one to see it on. I have a feeling one of the other colors it'll be a lot easier to see. So let's keep going. Some skin tones and a red. There's our second fairy dust. Oh yeah, you can see that a little bit better. That kind of like glittery coating right on the top there. This one's a nice color, 3813, like a pale aqua teal type of deal. I like that one. Oh, and then not much further, we have 125, which is an AB. So AB stands for Aurora Borealis. It is an iridescent coating you see on the top of the diamond, so it shines like the northern lights. So you'll see blues, purples, greens, some pinks reflected in there. Very pretty. Keep on going. Not much further. Z3855. It's more of a peachy tone. It always shows up more yellow for me. But it's more of a peachy fairy dust. And then right beside it, we have K444, which is our electro diamond or metallic. So it's yellow base, but super shiny metal looking coating on that top. These are very pretty. All right, let's keep going. I had a thought, and that thought escaped at the exact same moment. Here are some more like a smaller handful colors that really help with shading and detail. Oops. I almost missed it. 113. A nice bright pink AB. I think that's that's all of our specials now. But yeah, these are just there to help with shading and detail. Ooh, 3810, that's a pretty color. Okay, so we are going to start from the top of the canvas, and we're going to way down and figure out where the specials go. This is always the fun part. Okay, so, oh, they just look so nice. That rendering is amazing. All right, first thing I can see is this white outline around their head, their hair, highlighting in the hair, like in the jewelry down in here. That is all that white fairy dust. And then that yellow fairy dust is actually highlighting within, I'll just go with his headpiece. I don't quite know what you would call that. Along with that metallic. So both of those specials are in here. And it's the same thing for her necklace, the pieces along his shoulder here. So you have both those specials there. All of this in the background, not this light color, the shade just after it, is that fairy dust. That more like that pale aqua tealy one. So that's all in the background. And I think that's it there. So I'm going to move this down. Is it in his hair? No. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna move this down. Oh, I was wrong. The twos are that pale blue AB, the 125. That's in the background too. Oh, that'll be nice to go from like an AB to a fairy dust and then to regular. That'll be cool. The fairy dust is also sprinkled in the background. Okay, moving down. These little, I want to say petals over here is all outlined by that white fairy dust. Her dress, the white highlights, the yellow within it is those specials too, the fairy dust and the metallic. That's all highlighted with that white fairy dust. The yellows are within her band here. His rings are metallics. I might change hers to match, actually. Like, keep up the metallic. Again, the yellows in here are all highlighted with that fairy dust and metallic. Electro. It's called Electro. And then, this is all that AB. Again, the bright, that's more the AB. The blue AB. The white that you see is that fairy dust. And the ones that you see within, like, the pomegranate. It's all that pink AB. Oh, and then there's more of that blue aqua-y fairy dust back here too. And that's everything that I can see. I'm sure I will find more as I work on this kit. But this is going to be so much fun to work on. Okay, I'm going to wrap this one up and grab the next one. Alright, next up is Lumina by Mark Morales, 55.6 by 83.7. Sorry. Okay. So in here, oh, this one's a silver, very pretty. And here is our sticker sheet. There's a full look at the artwork there. 84 colors. Ah, this is so pretty. I love those purples. Okay. So in here, it's a nice spread of colors. In here we have one AB, one metallic, or sorry, one electro. And then 4 fairy dusts. So there's that. Very pretty colors. Let's crack this open. Ooh. I keep bumping it today. So there's the top. I love Sorry, I got distracted for a second. I love the butterflies. Look at all these colors. She's gorgeous. I love Margaret Moralett's art style so much. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at her puffy sleeve. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, okay, let's bring this backwards. So, there we go. Zoom on out for a full look at that canvas. Oh, she's gorgeous. Oh, I love this so much. Oh, these are gonna be so pretty. Obviously Margaret Moralett's artwork, this is full of confetti. Like, don't get me wrong, there's like smaller patches of color blocking, but yeah, this is mostly confetti. Oh, I love it so much. It's so pretty. Oh, okay. Here is a look at those colors. Did I say this was a round kit? It's a round kit. And zoom this on in. Already starting off with some very pretty colors. And we've reached our first special. Scene 762, a gray fairy dust. Pretty. It's a big bag of it too. Some more purples. A lot more purples. Oh! Here's our first AB 211, a nice lavender. I love this AB. This is probably one of my favorites. Oh, our first metallic. Sorry, our only metallic. This is the Electro. I love this so much. Ooh, and then right beside it, we have a blue fairy dust, Z800. I would think for it being November, people wouldn't be able to mow their lawns anymore. Sorry. 3752, another blue fairy dust. And a kind of like a dusty pink 153 fairy dust. Yeah, there's so many bright colors in this kit. It's going to be so much fun to work on. Look at these pinks. Yeah, I keep bumping it. I'll change up my stand next time. And small handful colors for shading. I think I found all the specials. Maybe. I missed one of the larger strands. But anyways, that is our colors. Let's turn this and see where all those go. So we'll start at the top, work our way down. I will call them out as I see them. Can't guarantee I will find everything, but I'll do my best. One thing I'm very excited about, these kind of yellow swirls through here, is that metallic. The bubble is outlined and highlighted in one of those fairy dusts. We have another one sprinkled in there. followed by some of that purple AB right in the butterfly and in like the bubble. I think that's everything in there. Oh, there's a couple of the dusty fairy dust in this butterfly as well. And same thing for like this bubble, it's outlined with one of those fairy dusts. You have another one of the blues sprinkled in there. You have the purple ABs in there. Purple AB over here, more of that outlining fairy dust. Some more of the ABs back in here. I'm gonna move it down, I think. It's gonna be really hard to find everything. Some more of those purple fairy dust, sorry, purple ABs in here. Oh, I missed some of the blue fairy dust right in there. More of that gray fairy dust right around here. And with some of those purples inside as well. Purple fairy dust within this butterfly, just doing some highlighting. There's some of that blue fairy dust in here. Surprisingly, nothing in her eyes. Usually there's like one or two highlighting. Oh no, there's that gray fairy dust highlighting in there. I'm just gonna keep on moving it down until something catches my eye again. Oh, okay. We have some more of that blue fairy dust in that butterfly. There's some other ones over here. Some sprinkling of that metallic. More of that metallic along the bottom here. That gray fairy dust right along in here. Same thing with this bubble, highlighting along here. More of that blue over to the side over here. Oh, there's that other, I've been missing this one, but that 3752 fairy dust is also in here. It's down here. Again, more of that metallic in this kind of like gold ribbon thing. The gray along in this bubble here. More of that blue down in here. More of that metallic. Yeah, so it's mostly like the butterflies, the bubbles, and this kind of like gold is where you'll find all those specials. That'll be pretty. Again, here's that original artwork. Very soft and pretty. I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Thank you so much for watching. I am so excited to have another marker piece in my collection. I just love her artwork. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.